Welcome in everyone to an arena game between Modri and Dragonstar. We have here in the blue Modri playing as the Aztecs up against Dragonstar over here in the purple playing as the Huns. Purple, pink, whatever this color is. You know what color I'm talking about. That color. Anyway, Huns are not a normal civilization you see on Arena. I'm gonna speed through the Dark Age because why not? Huns are not a normal civilization you see on Arena. Not all that often, anyway. And Aztecs, they are. Modri, definitely an Arena player. This is a clown here. Against Dragonstar, who's not much of a clown. But the map pool is interesting. I like it, but I saw Dragonstar posted about he did not like it, and as soon as he posted, I saw why. It's a pretty clowny map pool, and I'm a bit of a clown. I actually have arena banned a lot of the time, not in this map pool though. Do have arena banned a lot of the time, but I like to play clowny type strategies and stuff. And both players, yep, just getting their Dark Age economy set up. 3 on wood, 4 on wood for Dragonstar, 3 for Modri. So a divergence in the build orders here. Second lumber camp being added for Modri. Only 3 on the first one, interesting. I don't have very good arena build orders, so I should watch carefully. Okay. Now 4 on each. Modri continuing to create villagers. Dragonstar as well. Both of them looking go up probably 25 pop or 24 pop. Or 25 pop or 26 pop. Let's see, 23 to 23. I think it's going to be 25 for Modri, as he's not building a house. And yes, indeed it is. 24 villagers up for Modri, and it's going to be 26 villagers up for Dragonstar. So, pretty big divergence there in timings. We'll see what this leads to in the Castle Age. Dragonstar also, okay, with 2 lumber camps, and one of the big things I need to start doing, I need to push in the deer. I'm too lazy to do it. I need to just do it. We got 4 and 4. Okay. And same thing, 5 and 5. Barracks being dropped by Dragonstar. Market Blacksmith for Modri. As well as double bid axe right away. And the resources are in. Now the barracks is being dropped. Wow. So many resources. Okay, no market was dropped there for Dragonstar, who is headed up just a little bit later. And once we get to Castle Age, we'll slow it down. It looks like both players going to be making a play for the relics. Looks like a double barracks play here from Dragonstar, so those Eagle Warriors are going to be making an appearance, which are a terrific unit on these maps. Up against Dragonstar, who's going to be making scouts and knights, most likely. And Castle Age for Modri, immediately dropping the monastery. And Castle Age in just a few seconds for Dragonstar. Can't really take this fight at the moment. And Light Cav coming in. So, now the monastery. Second town center, though, coming out right away for Dragonstar. Monks coming out, and let's put it back to normal speed so we can see what goes on. I think this monk probably, yeah, this monk goes down, but so does a light cavalry. That's fine. More light cav are going to be needed. Okay, knights are being added in the back. Good, good. Second monk out. First monk out for Dragonstar. No relics have been gathered up by either player. The monk is forced to run back in. The light cav are faster than the eagles, so making this work out pretty well. This knight coming into play now. You gotta be careful. Yep, and Dragonstar is. And we see this one relic already gathered in now for Dragonstar. Modri with none. Villager number is exactly the same to this point, and a second town center is being added by Modri. An attempt was made to sneak in and snipe off those two monks. Unsuccessful. Unsuccessful. Now two monks coming out for Modri. And he's looking to head toward this relic. This relic, it looks like. And that's, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there's the other relic. Didn't see the other relic. And the monks getting one conversion, but both monks are down now. Both monks for Modri are down, but a lot of light cav died in that, and there's only one stable to produce, so this is getting progressively better for Modri, even though he is losing monks for it. There are a few knights out here. As long as there's no monks, these knights can play. Well, not when there's that many. That's not good odds, and the knights forced to run away. The light cav are, yeah, pretty well dead, and a monk dies for Dragonstar this time. So it's looking a little rough. Now, a third town center being added for Dragonstar and for Modri. Villager numbers, Dragonstar is now 3 ahead. And that was because he had that second town center quite a bit sooner. Third town center just a touch sooner there for Modri. But the monk numbers are pretty heavily in favor. Sorry, the military numbers pretty heavily in favor of our Aztec player. And I have to assume that our Aztec player takes the remaining 4 relics. I'm not sure how Dragonstar can get any more relics. I don't even think he's trying. Yep, he's given up. He has given up completely. So, the next 4 relics going to be brought in by Modri. So, only 1 relic sniped off there for Dragonstar, who's now dropping a market, getting handcart. Got his villager production out of all 3. Sorry, getting a wheelbarrow, not handcart. Got his 3 town centers up. Eco is nice and set up. Looks like in a good position. Gonna try to snipe off another monk, but these Aztec monks are so tanky. The light cavalry dies, and the eco looking pretty good for Modri as well. Little trick I used to do when I was a kid, I always put my buildings at the back of my town like that, so they wouldn't be in the way. I've switched to doing that in the front. Modri keeps them out of the way in the back. Sometimes space on Arena is pretty limited, and nice to have that space a little better. Siege monk push is on the cards. But we're going to see a men-at-arms switch by our Hun player. So that's going to be a longsword. Hun longsword. Fun stuff. You don't get to see that too often. Modri now ahead in the villager numbers by 2. By 2. Or 1. 1 to 2. 1.5. But a lot of barracks being added, and I think this play is going to be catching, going to be catching Modri off guard as he tries to make the siege switch, and there's not enough monks out there, only 4, to make this an impossibility. When they come swarming out, it's going to be a surprise. I think the longswords, Hun longswords, not really something you expect to see. Mining camp being dropped for Dragonstar, going to be adding in even more. Interesting, they delete the spare lumber camps. Is that what we're seeing over here? That looks a little more like my base over here. 4th town center coming down now for Modri. So Modri's going very heavy on the eco as well as adding in siege. Wow. So not adding any more eagle warriors, and they're not even upgraded to eagle warriors. Just 12 eagle scouts. And Dragonstar lost the scout cavalry somewhere. That doesn't seem right. He hasn't had scout cavalry in a long time. I don't know. Yeah, a longsword production. And I think Dragonstar's probably gonna Okay, this is going to be a little dicey with the 4 monks. But he's got to head out. He doesn't want the... Oh. Okay. Yeah, now I disagree with that decision. If you're going to wait for the walls to go down anyway, wait for the walls to go down. Don't delete. Wait and surprise. But he doesn't know. What he doesn't know is that there's nothing else being added for Modri. He feels like if I go now, I have a better chance, probably. It doesn't matter. He completely cleans that up. Beautiful play by Dragonstar. Something completely unexpected. And Modri tucks his tail between his legs and runs back to his base as now a Siege Workshop is being added forward by Dragonstar. And these longswords do tear down buildings at a reasonable rate. And yes, these walls are being fixed up in a hurry. Buildings going down. Another town center being added on the front, and you better notice this one whole Dragonstar. That would cause you endless pain against an Aztec player. Dragonstar. You got a hole in your walls. You'll notice, certainly. I would hope. I would assume. And hope. Well, those 2 longswords, yeah, are going to be escaping. Barely. Imperial Age on the way in for Modri, though. That's gonna be tough for Dragonstar to deal with. Aztecs and Imperial Age, pretty good civilization, and I think we might see Jaguar Warriors. A lot on stone. Second Siege Workshop now being added. Hole still sitting in Dragonstar's walls. Oh, I like it. I like this play. Opens with a siege tower instead of any other kind of siege. This is a great play. A great play. The castle now being added is going to be in time, I think. But, you know, still going to lose some villagers. Still going to get some value out of these longswords that you wouldn't otherwise have gotten. Well, not a lot of value, I must say. Not a lot of value. But, you know, some value. Some value that you wouldn't have gotten. Only 1 villager killed there. I expected 4 or 5. Now, immediate switch. It's going to be full eagles for Modri. I think. Not making any yet. And on the other side, we're going to see knights, I think, for Dragonstar. So, it's going to be Eagle Halb. Oh, it's just going to go straight into Halberdier. Nice play. Modri predicting what Dragonstar is going to make, going straight into Halberdier. Not what you're going to want to see. Cavalier on the way, but there's going to be really solid, not Halberdier, he's Aztecs, really solid pikeman onager production. And getting the upgrades for them now. I love how the siege tower still alive. You know, maybe hop over the walls here in a bit. Modri's military production so much faster. I'm afraid it's just going to overwhelm Dragonstar. I don't think Dragonstar is going to be able to do a whole lot about that. And there's still a hole in his wall. I hope he notices that before it's an issue. Sorry, just clearing my throat. There is still a hole in his wall. Can't believe that. Ooh, we get the little liminal sound. Love to hear it. Another castle needs to be added here, but I don't know if the military control is going to be there. It's not enough pikemen yet. At least not out here. I don't think that's enough pikemen to deal with the cavalier, because there are more cavalier than there are pikemen. And these bad boys are not halberdiers, and they don't have really any attack upgrades. And he should have noticed the hole. He does. Okay, I was going to say, he should notice the hole now. And here come the cavalier, and the cavalier is going to be able to take out this trebuchet and overwhelm the pikemen. I think if I were Modri, or Dragonstar, sorry, I would just keep this attack rolling here. It's not that many. Oh, he does not agree. Okay, he does agree. Just trying to not get choked up underneath the onager fire. So Micro is back, then takes the fight out of the range of the onagers. Coming back in, taking the fight in range of the onagers. And this is going quite well for him. This castle's denied. Well done. This is why they say don't trickle treb. This is why you don't trickle treb, Modri. If you showed up with 4 trebuchets, this castle would have been down. This castle would have gone up. Now, what is the switch here for Dragonstar? That's the question. No more Cavalier being created. None. And only villagers and the pikemen are going to overwhelm now. Like, immediately. So, okay, now more Cavalier being created. It's just going to be Cavalier eating themselves into the pikemen who now have the 4+5 attack. Are now getting upgrades. So they have the Aztec attack upgrade, which is a very fun upgrade. Adds 4 attack to infantry units. Okay, there we go. There we go. Cav Archer switch incoming. Good stuff. It's about 30 seconds later than I would have loved to see it, but nonetheless, it is coming in an SO. So Modri is prepping an army that he knows will win him the game in the long run. It's just a matter of getting there. He lost that first fight, but now he's got SO, and Dragonstar just calls GG. Dragonstar realizes SO pikeman is not something I can deal with. So Dragonstar, with a larger eco, with a better kill-death ratio, with lower score by quite a bit, does call the GG. And that was because he didn't have near the units, near the military that he needed. So great KD, better buildings to, as well. But the army high, that's where Dragonstar knew the game was over. Modri gets it done in the end. And you can see Dragonstar, wow, not the speediest player in the world. That makes me feel good. And bad at the same time. But I hope you enjoyed this game. If you did, drop a like. If you want to see more, subscribe. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.